Hello, Earthlings. It's time to reset your cultural dial. Coming your way next on your favorite device, from the Hoosier State to all the ships at sea, it's the Crawfordsville Peachcast. And now, here's your second or third favorite Dave from Indiana, Dave Peach. Warning, other people named Dave may also appear.
Crawfordsville Peachcast. I'm Dave Peach, joined by
Dave Meyer. Glad to be back, Dave, on this mixed bag Peachcast. What's happening, Dave?
We've got a lot of things in the bag, as it were. Ooh. Get it? In the bag.
Is it so? It's
in
a
the
large bag
bag
today?
Yeah, this is. I got this thing about censors. Okay, censors. I heard our good friends at they don't even know that they're our friends, but the Pop Culture Preservation Society podcast, which we're kind of secretly admiring, right?
We are secretly admiring. They got started earlier. They're well funded. They're well produced. We admire them. We respect them from afar.
And they absolutely just know the back of my brain better than I do, because they will they'll everything that they unearth I have experienced. I mean, it is unbelievable the way they just hit everything that I've ever done or everything that I ever did in my childhood up to probably age 25.
Dave, they know you're Keith Partridge before you do.
So they talked about censors, and I don't even know what they talked about as far as censors. I can't remember. But, the censors were human beings. Is that correct? In the 50s, 60s, 70s, they were the censors.
Yeah, basically, the people had a job.
Yeah.
And their job was much like, a lawyer or somebody. They determined.
They were network censors.
Network censors. And they had they had a book that had words that were okay and words that weren't. And then there were all the, if I can't say this, can I say that? And that's where the censor was the arbiter of what went out.
Did the censors know that they were making people famous? Like Elvis Presley, that's for example. In the 50s, They dictated how the cameras shot Elvis. They had to shoot him from the waist up. Now, did Colonel Tom tell them to do that? I mean, that is the greatest thing that anybody could ever do for someone's career, is censor them in such a kind of fun-loving way.
No, and it goes to show you that, what the impact of, like, what we couldn't see of Elvis on the TV made us want to see much more of him wherever we could.
Central Indiana Rubber Products provides the power for you. Central Indiana Rubber Products, or CIR, keeps farm equipment and local manufacturing processes running with gaskets, belts, seals, and O-rings, among a variety of other products and services. Employee-owned and always customer-focused. Central Indiana Rubber Products, 989 West, 83 North, Crawfordsville, and at indianarubber.com. Central Indiana Rubber Products, or CIR, power for you.
Is there anyone's belly button more famous than Jeannie's belly button? Barbara Eden's belly button,
and that was a huge thing, because first,
thank you, censors. Censors.
She originally was not allowed to have one. That was the original tact, right?
I mean, then you get to like the Smothers Brothers.
Ooh, yes. They were talking about the president, they were talking about the Vietnam War, and then they were canceled.
So, as I say, and I quote Aretha Franklin, I believe it was, not Aretha Franklin, maybe Patti LaBelle, Aretha Franklin, who's zooming who on these censor things?
I think that's Aretha.
I do think, I believe it is, yeah. One of her 80s hits.
Well, it depends on, it's different.
Maybe we need to be censored.
That would be fine. That would get us the most we could get.
We need some protesters. We need
somebody to ban us.
Yes. Oh, that would be to a certain extent. Yeah. As one guy named Grant Cardone said,
yes.
I don't need you to like me. I need you to know me.
Ooh,
yeah.
Dave, that's powerful, Dave. We want lots of people to know us in a special way, and we can tweak their fenders, so to speak, in some way, and maybe they'll get on their own pop culture thing with us.
We have another James Franciscus Tony Francioso thing that I've discovered.
I want to hear about it.
Okay, you know the song "Love Is in the Air." Bum, 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 bum.
For the Rising of the Sun, Dave.
Little peppy song by, who was that by?
John Paul Young.
Paul Young.
Okay, I'm sorry, Dave.
His name.
I thought he went by.
No, wait a minute. No. This is where this goes. Okay, you're getting ahead of yourself.
I'm sorry.
His name is Paul Young.
Okay.
John Paul Young, different guy, did a song called "Every Time You Go Away," and you know what else he wants to do? He wants to tear your playhouse down.
Wow, Dave.
What does that mean?
It sounds violated.
Sounds like it.
First of all, it's like a joy destruction, right? You're not going after the motorbike.
I think he's going. I think he's going to tear your playhouse down.
Okay.
I think
it's threatening, Dave.
But there's a Paul Young and a John Paul Young. How many people out there know that?
Who did "Every Time You Go Away"?
John Paul Young.
Okay. Okay. But this, Dave, my friend.
Yes. Wow. This is why we do this show.
Right.
Let's isolate that so Curtis can put that in a promo. This is why we do this show. Or let me do it a little friendlier. This is why we do this show. No, don't say anything, Dave. We're recording a future promo. This is why we do this show.
Perfect, Dave.
This is why we do this show.
Okay, Dave.
This is why we do this show.
One more wild read, compadre. And can you bring Maverick across for a little drama? Hey, Dave, he's grabbing cats along the way, people.
Here we go. I've been watching the show Finder of Lost Loves. We know Dionne Warwick sings Finders of Lost Loves.
Do you think they had any legal issues?
I'm only on episode number 13. We've had Michael Gross, we've had Joyce DeWitt, we've had Dick Van Patten, we've had McDonald Carey. We go on Kay Lenz.
Okay.
I mean, it just goes on. And like I said, I'm only up to number 13. I mean, there's been so many people in this show. It only lasted 23 episodes. It was supposedly going to be, the theme was Burt Bacharach. It was Aaron Spelling. It was supposed to be the replacement for, Fantasy Island, Love Boat. They kind of ran out of gas.
Zone.
They ran out of gas, and so this was trying to put another log on the fire in 1984, and it didn't work.
Bummer, but well produced is what you're saying.
And Tony Francioso is in the movie, or is in the show with Deborah Adair. And
so, Dave, this had a good talent budget.
I love it. I love the song. But anyway, then there's a show a little bit earlier, Making It. You remember the show Making It?
David Naughton did the theme song, Dave?
Yes. Now, the song is Making It, no more faking it. This time in life, I'm making it.
I kind of remember it. Making it.
Making it. No more faking it. Now, what was he faking?
That, I guess you had to watch more episodes than maybe I devoted that time, Dave. I do remember Making It, though.
9 episodes.
Okay, only 9er. It did a 9er. Didn't no double figures.
9 episodes, David Naughton.
Okay, but let me just... wasn't it Making It without the G, though? Like Making It?
I believe so, yes. Making It with an apostrophe.
To me, that was risky, Dave. That in and of itself was risky.
Now, he gets the last laugh because he starred in an American Werewolf, I can't say that, American Werewolf in London in 1981. And he was also in a very famous ad campaign. Dave, I'll give you one guess. It was a doozy. What was it?
I'm a pepper, you're a pepper.
Everybody be a pepper.
Yeah, wouldn't you want to be a pepper,
yes.
too? It was their... like to teach the world to sing.
Yep.
Dave.
Let's see. We disagree on flossing. I love flossing. You do not.
I got to admit it. I have started to floss,
Oh,
and it's all about technology.
Late
I'm a
bloomer.
late convert,
Late
and I think
convert.
maybe I think your inspiration has been helpful. Dave, what I've got is those little flossing things. I should have one close
I have all
by.
sorts of. I have a bridge up here, and I have all sorts of flossing tools that I bring to parties.
An arsenal of flossing. So no matter what the flossing situation, you've got. It's almost like, instead of the long screwdriver, you've got the little small ones too.
And I've got those little plastic things with the little floss that you can.
See, that's me.
And the little thing that you can pick stuff out with too.
Right. See, that's what the little things with the floss across, and they've got a little like minty on them. You can get them a little flavor.
They're very refreshing.
They're refreshing, Dave. But so it's technology that's brought me into flossing without fear.
Let's see. I was up for an Ortega spot on the Indianapolis Colts radio network, and it did not happen. That would have been a potential life-altering opportunity. I want to know, why am I that worried about an Ortega spot on the Indianapolis Colts radio network? I mean, what would have happened had I got the Ortega spot on the Indianapolis Colts radio network?
You'd probably be in the rotation 2 to 4 times every Sunday afternoon.
That's something you have to point out to people.
Right.
They're not going to come up to you and say, "Hey, were you on that Ortega spot on the Colts network? Was that you?"
Sounded kind of like you.
Well, if they heard it on the local station here in Crawfordsville, they would just think it was me doing a spot.
They would, yes.
So it'd have to be somebody else from out of the market to come up, and that could have happened. But similar to the Gus Grissom's wife not being able to see Jackie O, is very, very, very similar. Very similar.
I'm pretty much the same way, folks.
Let's see. 25 greatest sports movies. You sent this to me, and 2 of them were on the Untoasted.
Yeah.
We have done 2 of them. We have done on Untoasted.
Yes.
Number 7 was 8 Men Out. Number 6 was Breaking Away. 2 movies made in Indiana.
I was surprised by a great list, and I felt like, we've been close, and also too, I sometimes think we throw Hoosiers and Rudy and Breaking Away up there a little bit because of the local flavor, but the reality is they're great movies, and they're basically seen that way across the country.
One thing I learned is that there are sports movies, and then there are other sports movies. Okay.
Okay.
Let's look at the movie like, okay, they put The Hustler in as a sports movie. Now, I never would think of The Hustler as a sports movie. Their definition of sports movie, like what was the one with $1 Million Baby? I know it was about boxing. I don't know. There are movies that happen to be about sports, and then there are sports movies. Now, to me, a sports movie is We Are Marshall or Miracle. Yeah. That is a sports movie. But then you get into fiction.
Clash of the Titans.
Yeah, things like, But, weigh in on that. I mean, you've got A League of Their Own, to me, is a sports movie. That is a sports movie. It's about a certain league, it definitely has some overtones, but you know what I mean?
I think you're absolutely right.
Do you get what I mean here?
Yeah. No, the playing of the game has to be central to the narrative of the movie. But it can't be like, okay, bang the drum slowly. That's not a baseball movie. Okay? That could have been placed in another setting. It's about somebody dying young. I think there's certain movies that are sports movies that don't, like Rocky's a sports movie, right? I'm trying to think some of the like I can take.
Then there's, and I'll just throw something out. We're just throwing stuff out here. There's comedy sports movies. Major League, okay?
Right.
Major League is not a sports movie. It's a comedy. No, it's a comedy that uses baseball.
Slapshot.
Yeah. Slapshot to me though is about
pretty realistic in a lot of ways.
I'm going to give it to Slapshot.
Yes, I'll give it a sports.
I won't give it to Major League. I won't give it to The Hustler. And I'm I guess what I'm saying is that there's a variety of sports movies.
There are so many.
Let's go with
think about
let's go with Bad News Bears. Where would you put that?
See, Bad News Bears to me because I lump it with the classics, so I got to say it's a sports movie.
Okay. It's kind of a coming of age movie,
but it's a coming of age
with the
movie
old guy that's past his prime, which is always a great combo.
It's a great premise, and it mixed it well at a time where I guess like new Hollywood, old Hollywood crashing together a little bit in a little different sort of way. Not your average little league baseball movie.
Cowboy Bob once said, "If you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all."
I remember him saying it more than once, Dave.
That is a rule we don't follow here on the mixed bag.
Occasionally we'll deviate.
Because I saw something the other day that I can't stop thinking about, and I'm thinking this has got to be. It was almost painful, but I don't think anybody else thought it was painful. It's one of those things that I don't think anybody else, and we've had several of those on this show to where I know, like the Ortega commercial,
right?
They would not have known. So here we go. Gary Danielson is retiring from CBS.
Okay.
So after a 3-hour and 20-minute delay, they started the Purdue USC game. Now, Gary Danielson is doing a game, and he's got a dress shirt on, and it was a little bit muggy.
Okay,
a little bit muggy. And for one, I was impressed he had no pit stains.
Okay.
I mean, he's sitting there on the sidelines. He's on the sidelines waiting for his little – they're going to give him a jersey or something like that. As I raise my hands, you can see my pit stains, okay? So anyway, I'm impressed that he does not have pit stains with a tie on and a
That's pretty good.
I'm sorry. If I'm honored at halftime at a football game in September – and I got a dress shirt on with a tie, and I lift up my arms, I am not going to be sure. I'm not going to be sure. But anyway, that's not where we're going here.
No, it's not.
So Gary Danielson was recognized for like a 40-year career as far as sports broadcasting.
Yeah.
And they bring in Drew Brees.
Okay.
Who lasted what? About a year behind the mic?
Not long.
See, again, maybe it was just me. Maybe it was just
it wasn't long.
What did I just say? But maybe it was just me that thought that was a little odd. I know that they're both quarterbacks at Purdue. Right.
Yeah, that's got to be it.
And definitely Drew. I mean, Gary Danielson had a good NFL career, no question about it. Nice long career. But as far as broadcasting goes, I just thought about that, and I was thinking about Joe Montana as a broadcaster. Some of the brutal ones that we have talked about. But anyway, Mark Herman was there as well. So. Best in retirement to Gary Danielson, and hopefully Drew Brees is doing well.
Yeah, I think he's still selling a lot of cars in New Orleans.
He is doing okay. Some of these don't land, folks, but I thought it kind of landed. We should have stopped at the pit thing. But if you followed that, you might have enjoyed.
You would have got there.
You might have enjoyed.
Eventually.
Okay, now another one. What is an anthology series?
Okay, so we're talking give me an example. I'm my first thought is like the Coen brothers, Fargo is a movie, and then there's these series after it also, Fargo, but they're not. They're kind of in the same flavor, but they're not. Is that like an anthology series?
See what I'm thinking of is Love Boat an anthology series? Is it about it about guests coming in, and I was thinking though that Twilight Zone,
yes,
is that an anthology series, or was it an anthology series? I mean, it had no reoccurring characters whatsoever. Every show was different.
Rod Serling, basically setting up everything, right? And then it was different. It was basically completely singular segments. Each episode was its own kind of thing. There wasn't really a string of, other than Rod Serling, no. So I think I hear what you're saying. So to me, an anthology series, if Love Boat is one, then Fantasy Island is definitely one, right? And I'm trying to think of others where it was kind of based in that there's almost like a core troupe that's based around the essential premise, and then we bring in guest stars. I mean, I guess maybe Barney Miller might have become kind of that, but Barney Miller had the same guest stars coming back over and over. So I don't know.
But the characters on that show were more. I guess I've been thinking about what an anthology series is because of the Twilight Zone thing, because there was no reoccurring characters. And if you think about, you're talking about Love Boat and Fantasy Island, there really wasn't any character development of Mr. Rourke. I mean, there wasn't anything that he did last week that goes into this week. Kind of like in the movie or in the show House, the characters are shaped by each individual episode.
Yeah.
And there is some, he's dating this person, he fired this person, and there is some sort of character development while they bring in these wild stories each week. But again, I guess I'll have to research it more. What is an anthology series? And in some respects, every show is kind of an anthology series because they bring in guest stars, and I don't know.
Well, if you look at the original, Lucy was kind of the first thing that, because originally TV shows were like, if it wasn't a variety show, basically everything got resolved and you started over from a different place. Was kind of the premise of every program. And then, eventually, Lucy has a kid, and, Ozzie and Harriet's kids are growing up.
But those shows are about those people.
Yes.
Yeah. Those shows are about those people. We'll look at this more.
All right, Dave.
And one more thing, 341 to 1. Are you ready for 300?
That's a big number, Dave.
341 to 1. We'll have to look up, can you look up real quick, is it The Quiet Place or A Quiet Place with Emily Blunt? Look it up real quick.
I believe it's A Quiet Place, but let me...
2018 movie.
Yes, A Quiet Place 2018, 90 minutes, Dave.
Emily Blunt was in it, correct?
Correct.
Okay, and I believe we can safely, even though I did not write it down in my notes, look up The Amazing Buck Howard and see if Emily Blunt was in that movie. I'm 99.99999% sure she was in it. The Amazing Buck Howard.
I'm going to go to her her page and just look, man, and go there. This would be, what would be the year of that,
04. I think 04.
Perfect. Okay. So, Dave, if we look here, let's see. Let me get down to it. Where is the list, kids? Where is that list?
Riveting.
I'm sorry, it is riveting television. Dave, I don't see it on here, but I believe...
Let's go. Let me see here.
What we're saying here, folks, is the Emily Blunt in The Amazing Buck Howard.
Yes, Emily Blunt starred as Valerie Brennan in the film The Great Buck Howard, 2008. I'm sorry, 2008.
She was there, Dave. She was in there. I did not recall that.
The Great Buck Howard. And that might have thrown you off. It's not The Amazing Buck Howard, The Great Buck Howard. Now, this is what Untoasted is all about.
Yes.
Emily Blunt was in a movie, A Quiet Place, that made $341 million.
Yeah. And so, they made another one, I believe, too.
The Great Buck Howard,
yes,
won $1 million. 341 to 1. And we did the movie that made the one.
We did the one, Dave, and that's how you know it's an Untoasted movie. If somebody's going to throw those kind of numbers out, our people know. No, not going to be the 341. No, sir.
It's going to be the one.
No.
Movie.
Plus, that would be scary. I think that movie's scary, Dave. I don't know about it. What is it? I didn't see Gandhi, but I loved it. What's that?
The Amazing. I'm sorry. I don't even know what it is. The Great Buck Howard.
The Great Buck Howard.
So when you think of Untoasted, when you think of this podcast, just think of 341 to 1.
And folks, we're the one.
A big thank you to CD, our announcer, Dave, the mix bag was mixed, and it was a bag.
My pleasure, Dave. Mixed bags are fun, and I think CD's sounding extra good these days, Dave.
CrawfordsvillePeachcast.podbean.com. That's a good way to get us. You can like, share, and subscribe. You can also make a sandwich sign and walk around your town urging people to listen to the Crawfordsville Peachcast.
I've seen that in different areas of southern Indiana lately, Dave. Variety of people. Some of them students, others look more clerical in nature.
We are on iHeart, Apple, Spotify, Podbean, and YouTube. Until next time, America, for Dave Meyer, I'm Dave Peach. Thanks for listening to the Crawfordsville Peachcast.
Thank you for listening to the Crawfordsville Peachcast. If you enjoyed it, follow the podcast and ring the bell so that way you'll always be up to date with the newest episodes. We'll see you next time.